So here I go, a continuation from the last video. I have called my Uber and now I'm about to leave this airport. So on the way to Belo Horizonte, I want to address a question that most people have, and that question is, when is the best time to come to Brazil? And that all depends upon you and your availability. You might have a job. You might only have maybe a week or two, or you might have to schedule around something. So don't postpone your trip because of that. Just come whenever you have the chance to. But the big but is taking note. Most rain falls from December to March in Brazil. So that's like quote unquote the rainy season here. So just take that in mind. If you come between December to March, out of your week or two, you might get a lot of rainy days. So just take that into mind when you make your decision in coming to Brazil. Other than that, come whenever you have the time to. Don't wait because something might come up and you might have to postpone your trip here again. So just come anytime you want. But again, taking note, December to March is the wet season. Also, you have to know whether or not you want to attend the biggest carnival in Brazil. Also, it's the biggest carnival in South America, period. And that event is held in Rio, not Sao Paulo and not Salvador Bahia. Just like the biggest New Year's Eve event is held in Brazil or in South America in general, the event is held in, again, Rio, not Sao Paulo and not Salvador. And if anyone says different, maybe it's because they're biased or maybe because they're inexperienced, while I'm just stating the facts. But besides the three cities I just named, there's other cities throughout Brazil that has Carnival, but the biggest one again is the one in Rio. The Carnival in Rio de Janeiro is a festival held every year before Lent. It is considered the biggest carnival in the world with 2 million people per day on the streets. So this just confirms from what I was saying. Also, this is another article that backs up from what I was saying, that the most popular, the most televised carnival throughout the world is the one in Rio. Not the one in Sao Paulo, not the one in Salvador. It's Rio. Rio is not the biggest city in Brazil, but it's the most popular city in Brazil. And this is another reason why it attracts more tourism than most cities throughout Brazil. It has everything there. So that's another reason that I always say, if there's one city that you can choose visiting your first time in Brazil, make that city Rio de Janeiro. This is a hotel and not an apartment, and I was able to get a discounted price thanks to my friend who works here. It has everything I need so far. There's a refrigerator, stove, microwave. I have a private suite, so it's all the way on the top floor. And also I have this city view of Belo Horizonte, so I am very pleased with my lodging, with my stay. And this area is everything here. I have restaurants around the corner. I have a grocery store in which I will be going to very soon. So far, no complaints. Your lodging is the most important part of your trip when you're planning. You want to have a nice place to stay, and also you want to have a good location. And I have all those check marks. This executive suite, which is a private suite, is in the right location in Belo Horizonte. I have a nice view. I have perfect amenities, which includes free breakfast. There's a gym. Everything on my checklist is checked, so I can't complain about my lodging. And if anyone was to ask me where to stay if I plan on coming to Belo Horizonte, in my opinion, the answer would be downtown. Why downtown? Is because downtown you have everything you probably would need, which is, if you're a drinker, there's bars, there's shopping malls, restaurants, so everything is downtown. So that would be my answer. Now what I'm going to do is what I normally do, which is go to the grocery store. But It is raining. So remember when I said in the beginning of the video, you have to make sure you plan your trip and you want to know when is the rainy season in Brazil. Again, those times are between December and March. So right now in Belo Horizonte, since I've been here, it's been raining, truthfully, every day. But if you're like myself and you don't mind that because you have friends in that city and they won't spoil your vacation or your stay, then don't worry about that. Don't worry about the rainy season between December and March. Just come to Brazil anytime you have the time. But for me, I do have a friend here in Belo Horizonte, and actually, she is the one who gave me the discounted price to stay where I'm staying at. So this rain is not going to spoil my trip. So I want us to take another look at this executive suite, at the executive suite's kitchenette, and it has everything I would need. Most importantly, the kitchenette, it does have a full stove, which comes with, of course, an oven. So I can do some baking. So I can buy fish and chicken and I can bake. Also, it has a microwave which comes in hand, and there is a mini refrigerator fully stocked with things that I will not eat or drink because you will have to pay. And that's why I went to the grocery store to buy my own things to eat and drink. And guess what? The rain don't stop. It's even raining harder. So make your decision coming to Brazil wisely. If you have friends in the city that you're going to, the season, the weather, it does not matter because I'm pretty sure they will show you a great time visiting Brazil. But if you choose a city that you do not know anyone, it is a good idea to check the weather and the season of rain. Again, that is December to March. I've been to many cities and states throughout Brazil, and I never experienced as much rain as I have here in Belo Horizonte. I haven't experienced this when I was in Rio from the months of December to March. I haven't experienced as much in Maceió. I could just keep going on and on. I do not know why it rains as much as it do here in Belo Horizonte. So when visiting this city, I would recommend, if you do not have friends here, do not come between the months of December and March because it really rains here and there is no beach. So you have to keep that in mind. Coming to Belo Horizonte would be for someone who is a experienced traveler throughout the country of Brazil and just wants to see the city of Belo Horizonte. Now, here is a screenshot of the weather of this upcoming week in January. And every day you're seeing at least, what is this? 70%, 80% chance of rain. And at 70%, guess what? It is really going to rain. And here are some things that I bought. I've never seen this before. There's wasabi Doritos. I've never seen that, so I wanted to try that because I am a fan of wasabi. And with this is like breaded cheese, like a snack. And I got some fruit, chicken, rice, and water.